Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. How we are doing? How's your week been so far? So this is a short video on news around Bitcoin. This would also be my very first video on crypto. I said I was going to have a portfolio of things in my channel: crypto, stocks, global macro, Nigerian macro, and the rest. Right. So in the late hours of yesterday or early hours of this morning, depending on where you are in the globe. It was news that Bitcoin had hit the $34,000 mark. Some exchanges might put it at the 35,000 mark, depending on their premium and all that. But whether you use 34k USD or 35k USD, it's a big deal. And so, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the most valuable cryptocurrency in the world. It has a market cap of 665 billion. Now you put all the cryptocurrencies in the world and they have a value as of the time of drawing up this video today of 1.2 billion. So Bitcoin is about half the value of the entire crypto market. So that makes it a big deal. It's also the oldest cryptocurrency in the world. I'll try and do a video later in the week of the history of Bitcoin, what it is, how did it come about, and all that. But it's the oldest crypto in the world. So far this year, it's up about 103%. That means that it has outperformed the Nigerian Stock Exchange. That's up around 30 something percent. It has outperformed the US stock market, all the big indices, the S&P 500, Dow, the Nasdaq Composite. So that's not too shabby. However, if you dial back, and I think my chart would show it, I have a chart in the page coming after this, you would see that and if you go back 4, 5, 10 years, um, it is trading way lower compared to its high. The high was around 67. The all-time high, I believe, is 67,000 USD. So, I mean, this is good news, but please, please, please don't jump into something because it's trending and all that. Or people say, hey, there's going to be a breakout and all that. So that's it. It's the biggest crypto in the world, and it's a big deal in the crypto space. Um, I think I have a chart here, right? So the place with red is the last time we had Bitcoin at this price, and that was sometime in 2022. The number you can see on my right, showing 33.9, is the price as of today. So it's a big deal, really. But if you go further down, you can see that it was trading at 50, 60 plus USD. So yeah, we might have lots of balls around this, but for people who bought at much higher prices, then they are still under the water. They are still at a loss, right? But it's a big deal anyway because we haven't seen this price in over a year. So what's driving this? What's leading to this bump in price? Now, there has been some news, or there's some indication that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) could give approval for a Bitcoin ETF. An ETF is short form for exchange traded funds. Essentially, you can think of an ETF as a basket of assets that people can buy and sell on a stock exchange. There has been also the debate on how to classify crypto. Will you say it's an asset? Will you say it's a commodity like gold and silver? Would you say it is a security like a stock? Would you say it deserves a standalone thing? So, in fact, in some climes, there's been some debate on who should regulate crypto in some countries. Should it be the Securities and Exchange Commission? Should it be the commodity regulator? Should it be a standalone regulator? But for the US, the Securities and Exchange Commission has oversight on crypto. And some would argue that they've taken a very combative stance On the flip side, and I'm kind of on the fence. I would say that I think they're just being cautious because crypto is an extremely volatile asset. So anyway, there's a court ruling which the US SEC has yet to appeal. A firm called Grayscale has a Bitcoin trust that they want to convert to an exchange traded fund. And so, of course, SEC opposed it in the court. SEC is yet to appeal or yet to say, hey, we don't want this. So some people have interpreted it as a case of maybe they're going to eventually approve it, or maybe they're hedging and they're working out a position or something, right? But SEC has rejected several applications in the past, probably rejected over 20. Yeah, so the fact that they've been quiet about appealing the judgment doesn't mean that they've accepted to to or giving or they're going to give approval to Bitcoin ETF, right? So what next? Where would things go from here? SEC could decide to oppose the application. They've done so over 20 times. They could also decide to kick the can further down the road. They could decide to come up with more stringent guidelines. I suspect they're going to do so. One of the criticisms people have had of SEC is, look, I mean, as the US SEC especially, is that they've been a bit hard in terms of regulation. So some of the US crypto operators and even global crypto players have said, look, if you don't relax things, if you don't give room for instruments like this, people are simply going to take it to other climes, and I mean, both sides have their own valid arguments and all that. So nobody knows what's going to happen next. Please don't go in, don't FOMO, don't say fear of missing out and say, hey, people are saying it's 34K, it's bullish. We could see further rise and all that. Nobody knows where things are going to go next. So if you do decide, or if you holding Bitcoin at some good profit, I don't know what you should do. If you want to enter it, I don't know if you should enter it. You get? So it's entirely up to you, but please don't be swayed by the crowd. Don't do money decisions by what's popping or what's happening or what's trending. So I hope you find this useful. Please drop any questions you have in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe. Have a good day ahead. Yeah.